There was a point in my life where I felt completely lost. I was filled with so much hurt and agony, and so desperate looking for answers in my life. And it got to the point where I started to question my existence. Am I worthy enough to even be here? I've hurt so many people in my life. I've been hurt so many times. Things aren't going the way I want them to. What am I doing here on earth? Right. And it
So
wasn't
when
until
was that? When was that?
about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Oh,
See,
wow.
this is recent.
Recent.
Right. Which is why I don't talk about it much. But I thank God every day for Him allowing me to not take that next step, because I remember very vividly that same night when my mom was gone. She went to go buy food, and I was sitting there with my siblings and my younger brother Isaiah, and I told him, I was like, make sure you watch the kids. He was in the shower. I said, hey bro, make sure you watch the kids. I'm going to go outside and take a walk. And so here's where it gets very, very deep. Um, I didn't know what to do anymore.
Mm.
And about 3 miles, 4 miles away from my house was a church that we used to attend. I walked all the way to that church, and along the entire walk, I was questioning myself. I was questioning God. I was asking Him, why do I feel this way?
Mm.
And I was really confident that night that it was going to be my last day here on earth.
Oh man.
See, I had a knife with me, and I was so hurt that I just didn't want to feel this hurt anymore. Um,
Gosh.
I had a girlfriend at the time, and I really do believe that I don't want to say that she saved me that night, because all of it is for the glory of God. But I do believe that He planned this accordingly. She happened to be on a plane, which is quite funny because, like I said, I just came from Boston, and so we took a plane there and back. And on the way back, we didn't have Wi-Fi, and I was just like imagining in my head, if I had to text anybody, if anybody was in danger or if I was in danger, I have no form of contact. I don't have any internet, no cellular service. And so then now I'm thinking about it. God made a way for me when I thought there was no way. He put that person in my life because otherwise I wouldn't be here now. What I mean by that is, see, now I'm going to go into detail.
Yeah.
So she was on the way back from Phoenix, and her plane just so happened to have Wi-Fi. And so this same night, she's on a plane on the way back while I'm walking to this church. And so we're conversating, and she's trying to get me to brighten up, but none of it seems to be working. I brought a Bible with me. I walked all the way. I had a bag with me, and in this bag was a Bible, a knife, some old pictures that I had, and it was a very, very dark time. And I'm at this church now, and I'm just sitting there. I'm crying. I can't stop crying. I'm like looking back at my life, how far I've come, but then I also start to get this feeling that I've gotten nowhere in life. I've tried to fulfill my life with all these things that aren't fulfilling me. And I don't know what happened that night, but I had the knife in my hand, and God just immediately put something in my heart that this isn't my calling in life, that I had so much more to do for Him.
Mm.
And then I started to like live a life like understanding that it's not about me anymore.
Mm.
It's not about me. It's about Him. And see, it's really hard to go into detail because I don't talk about this much. But like you said earlier, we look back at these things and we get to celebrate how far we've come. And so when I
Yeah.
look at that, I start to give thanks to God because, man, I wouldn't be here on this podcast right now if it wasn't for God that night, you know. And I just
100%.
can't help but to give glory to Him for that and show gratitude for that.
I've used this before. You heard me say during the normal podcast that we did was that my heart had to break for my eyes to be opened. But sometimes another way to say that is your heart had to break for him to do something new inside of you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And wow, there's a lot of people that go through that. And I mean, to know that her Wi-Fi was working, and because that's not normal.
Right.
I've tried to text on a plane before,
Right.
and it didn't go out right.
From Phoenix to South Carolina, and then she was about an hour away. See, it took me about an hour to walk from the house to the church. And so, like, as I'm going this direction, she's going this direction, and God just has this plan that she's going to arrive at the airport on time. Her and her mom sped to where I was at,
Mm,
and they were there. They were there for me. My mom was there for me. She was very worried, of course. My oldest brother, actually, he came and picked me up from the church, brought me back to the house, and that's where she was at and her mom was at. And I was about to say something. Go ahead.
so, would you say, is that the ultimate revolution and revelation that you experienced? Like, I know we struggle every day. I know we all mess up. We struggle. But would you say that that is the point that got, like I called mine, my divine disruption? Like I remember it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when everything changed for me. Would you say that that was the time in your life that
Absolutely.
happened?
Yep. It just clicked back to me what I was going to say. I mean, it's going to sound crazy, but I believe in my head that I did die that night. But when I say that I died to myself in order to live my life according to God. Right?
Yes.
There's
Yes.
something in the Bible that says, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it says that you have to die to yourself in order to.
Carry a cross
Right?
daily.
Exactly. And so that's what happened that night. Um, and now I like show so much gratitude just for the simple things in life.
Mm.
Um, there was this guy that I watch on TikTok. His name is Miles, and he opens up pretty much all of his videos by saying this phrase, "We woke up," right? And I have a hoodie actually that says "We woke up" on it, and it has a cross on the back. It has Romans 8:28 on the side, and when I wear it, it's not for the fashion. I want people to like. People ask me, they ask me like, "What does that stand for?" We woke up, and I tell them it stands for "We woke up." But
Yeah.
there's depth into that. Like, despite all of our shortcomings, despite all of the ways that we messed up, the Lord decided to breathe through us another day. He
Mm.
has decided to bless us with yet another day of life, to experience trials, to experience good times, bad times, to seek Him more, to give us another opportunity if we don't know Him. Now we have the opportunity. We have this day that we're in now to seek Him and grow our relationship with Him.
Yeah. Wow. 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 Yeah, I think that was people need. I know that's hard for you to share. I really do, but I think that's what we're called to do because we're here to please God and serve people, and our past, like I always say, can help somebody else's
Yep.
future. So you going through this and God bringing you through this to the other side, now you can share that message to somebody that's going through the same struggle.
Yep. And when people look at me and they see all the success that I've built up, I want them to also see where I came from, where I started. And then in the midst of all that, I want them to also realize that it was never me. It was always God who blessed me with these things. He blessed me with the endurance through these trials. He blessed me with, more life.
Mm, 100%. I tell you what, anybody that watches this, that knows you, that loves you, Coach Porter,
Yep.
I mean, it's just so inspiring, man. And it's just one of those things where you don't have but God.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do.
We don't just slow down sometimes just to. I talk all the time, but I'm just wild right now, and I think that's, man. I'm getting emotional just a little bit. I really believe in my heart. I really believe that God's going to use this video and use your story. Maybe not this video, but your story. And you're not ever going to know
Yep.
who all it impact until one day when we spend eternity with him. Man, I just want to say thank you for opening up, being vulnerable, transparent. You've inspired me, and I'm a bigger fan now. Man, I appreciate you. That's all I got to say. I appreciate you. And keep
Sir.
going. I'm here for you. I know you got a good circle and corner with you. But just know that the freeze, we're here for you too.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you again for being on here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.